Bonjour everyone, this is Sarah from Wonderwords, and today I'm going to be doing a review about Star Wars. First of all, I'm sorry about my voice. I just got the flu because it's winter. Well, it's not winter, but it's very cold. Today I will be reviewing Lost Stars by Claudia, which is a Star Wars novel. To understand what I'm going to talk about today, you need to be quite familiar with the how do you call them? The first trilogy, the one that got out first. So I'm talking about New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and The Return of the Jedi. And also, also you kind of need to be familiar with the third. But that would make no sense. Why would you have seen 4, 5, 6 and not 1, 2, 3? I know they're not the best, but still, I mean, I'm saying that because if you haven't seen the movie and if you're not very familiar with names and all that, you could miss a lot of good references in this one. To be more specific, this book covers events from a little bit before A New Hope to the end of The Return of the Jedi, maybe a little bit after even. So I would advise you to, if you have an afternoon that you don't really know what to do, maybe marathon the good trilogy of Star Wars, the best, I believe. Well, the best to me. So 4, 5, 6. I'm repeating again. So this book is about two characters, Thane and Sienna. They both met as a child and they live on the same planet, but they do not belong to the same society. Thane, the boy, belongs to a very aristocratic society, and Sienna belongs to a more rural one. Doesn't even make sense. Do you even understand what I'm saying? Because I can't hear myself because my ears are not really working today, so sorry about that. And those two kids, their dream is to be a pilot for the Empire. And so this is about their journey from just kid to extremely good pilot. The first thing I loved about this book is that you can see how the Empire takes its roots, how it shaped young people. For example, there's a moment where the two kids are studying history and they're talking about an event that happened in the Clone Wars on Geonosis, and we can see that history was changed. Empire made sure that whatever happened, they would always have the good role. So I really like that because I think it was very important. I say it was very good to see a new perspective on the events that take place in the movies. And so you have, for example, the Battle of Hoth, which takes place in the 5th movie, with the snow and all of that. This was so good to see it from someone who were in it and someone who's not Luke. So as I said, you have a lot of references to Luke, Leia, and Han. For example, I'm gonna read you one because that was like my favorite. I squealed when I read that. Unfortunately, whoever was steering the Falcon was one hell of a pilot. Hell yeah, it's one hell of a pilot, it's Han Solo! But they don't steal the show, you have, they're mentioned and we talk about them, but they're not the main characters, and I really love that because we already have the movies for them. And I was very happy to meet a whole new set of characters because they felt like they could totally belong in a movie. This is not fan fiction. This doesn't feel like fan fiction because I don't know how to explain it, but really it was very well done. When Darth Vader appears, I lost my shit. I was like, hell yeah! I was so happy. He's one of the most emblematic evil figure I believe of our time. He even written, he was scary when he appears on the first time on A New Hope. The voice and the breathing, you feel uncomfortable, and I think this was well done here because at one moment one of the two characters will see Darth Vader, and she really felt Claudia really managed to transpose the idea of being uncomfortable around here. As I said before, the characters felt extremely real. Even when you disagree with them, you can understand their motives. I was a bit afraid about the love story between the two characters, but it was not cheesy, not at all. At the end of it, it's not like it's the most important thing. I think what was more important in this book was seeing those two characters evolve and change, and learning that the line between good and evil was not set in stone. he was, and not everything is good and not everything is evil, and even in the rebellion there were bad things, and even in the empires there could have been good things. It's not that simple. So the character development is on point. I mean, they go through a lot and they evolve and change. What I was a little pissed about was that one character in this book was trapped in their ideals. And it bothered me because I'd like to believe that in the face of evidence is that what you're doing is wrong, you have to change, you have to do something about it. But history proves us that it's not that simple. So yes, I was pissed about it, but it was actually great. It was great to see it. So thank you, Claudia, for that beautifully written position. I don't know if it actually makes sense. So to conclude, I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. I really loved it. I thought it was a wonderful addition to the Star Wars Expanded Universe. I would actually love to see it in a comic book. I will definitely read Bloodline by the same author, which is about Princess Leia, I believe. Well, General Organa, no. And yeah, that made me so hyped for Rogue One next month because I thought it was November. So yeah, it was amazing to learn more about the Empire in itself and not as a very evil figure. It was good to see how it actually worked. And to finish, I would like to read one of the quotes I loved. And I don't know. The boy could be no more than 7 or 8 years old. The age then was when it decided to join the Imperial fleet. That was how evil magnified itself. It took root in the young and grew along with them. Each generation provided the next level of abuse. We're teaching children to approve of slavery. We're teaching them cruelty is a virtue. But the worst part was they had been that kid. That was it for today. I hope you enjoyed this review. Please let me know what you think about it, and if you read this book, please let me know what you think about the book. I hope you're happy, I hope you're okay, and I wish you a good morning, afternoon, evening, depending on where you are. Bye!